Welcome everybody to our wellness event. I'm Marla Stegman and I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And we have 6 ladies who are going to share their health stories on what our Plexus products have done for them. So I'm going to let them start. The first one that's going to share tonight is Megan Anderson.
One sec, I'm going to message my mom. She was wondering when I was going.
Should we have someone else go first?
Maybe, because I told her probably 10 minutes. Sorry.
This is life, so that's good.
She wanted to hear.
She'd be bummed if she missed this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Meg, would you like to go first?
I sure can, yes.
Thank you, Meg.
First of all, I just want to thank everybody, Marla, especially for inviting me to be a part of this panel discussion about how Plexus products have benefited my health and wellness. Just a little snippet about myself. I live in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm an attorney, a full-time attorney in Grand Forks, and I'm a very busy professional, but I have dealt with lifelong health concerns that have really come to a head in the past 5 years. I've had open heart surgery and also have been diagnosed with many different autoimmune disorders. For instance, I have Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism. I have POTS. I have connective tissue disorders. I have Sjogren's syndrome. Those are just a few out there. Dysautonomia. So some of the things I struggle with because of my autoimmune are peripheral neuropathy, a lot of problems with balance, and just even some problems with speech through the years. My sister Anne is a speech language pathologist, and she would always say, Meg, you're slurring, and I'm like, how? But I found out that's a side effect of, or that's a symptom of some of my disorders. A few months ago, I belonged to Orange Theory gym studio in Grand Forks. Megan Anderson was a coach at Orange Theory. We were always close, and she introduced me to Plexus one night after class. She had become an ambassador and was just talking about it, and I was very interested. So we sat down and she talked to me just straightforward about some of the concerns she had dealt with. And I was so thrilled that she was so open with me, and I felt like I could be open back to her. And one thing that Megan opened up to me about was that she had dealt with some anxiety issues. And on the flip side of that, I've dealt with major depressive disorder most of my entire life. So I had the mental health component to this as well. Megan introduced me to Triplex at first because getting rid of the candida overgrowth in my body was key to getting me healthy. So she put me on that. She was so diligent about checking in with me during my detox phase. How are you doing? What's going on? Do we need to pull back on stuff? And her mom, Tammy, sent me cheat sheets. This is what you should be doing. Are you pushing your water? All that stuff. So got through that, and I've just been slowly adding products to my regimen every day. And right now I am taking almost all the supplements, and my life has just improved exponentially since being on Plexus. And I'm kind of one to try to find, lemonade out of lemons. I've been on, not quarantine, but I've been ordered by Mayo Clinic doctors to kind of self-isolate and be quarantined since about early March. So I've been working from my home, and I do get outside. People think, oh, do you sit inside all the time? Absolutely not. I get outside every day. But because of being at home, I have been even more diligent about taking my supplements when I'm supposed to every single day and night. And in the, since March, I've been at home over 2 months. I'm feeling better than ever. I had a severe bout of pneumonia in February, March. I had influenza and pneumonia. I've recovered completely from that. I am able to manage my symptoms so much better. None of my illnesses are, you can't cure them. They're with me, but I can manage them and I can control the symptoms and I can lead a much happier, healthier, more active, balanced life. My endurance is better. I'm walking at least 5 miles a day outside. And with that, I used to experience severe blood pooling on my left side. I still get the blood pooling, but it's not as severe, and I'm able to walk longer and faster than I was able to before. It's just, I can't stress how improved everything is about it. And plus, just being a part of Plexus, I have a network of amazing women that I know I can turn to if I have a concern, if I have a question about a product. I now have 4 ambassadors that have signed up because they were inspired to get healthy, get well. I'm thrilled to be a part of this team, and I just really thanks Marla, thanks Megan, Tammy, everybody. And I'm willing to take questions if any, I didn't know if that's what you wanted, Marla, but if anybody had any questions specifically for me, I'm happy to answer them.
Maybe we'll have people put them in the chat if they have any, and
Sure.
we'll address them at the end, because we want to try and keep this to about 45 minutes if we can, because we can always do a part 2 next month or something, because we have these wellness events every month. But
so thanks everybody.
Okay, thanks, Meg. So next we have Megan. Do you want to go next now?
Yeah, I can go next. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Meg, for sharing your story. It really does inspire me, and I'm just so happy to see, how much Plexus has changed your life. It's amazing, you guys. That's one of the best gifts from this, doing this business, is seeing people's lives change, and it's amazing. So if you haven't seen that yet, just you wait. So a little bit about my story. I got started with Plexus because my mother, Tammy Anderson, just her excitement about Plexus, she wasn't really sure what it was at first. And then, she saw a post from Laura and instantly was asking questions. And then right after that, I was like, oh, sure, like I'll try it out. And just seeing like how much she's changed, like she's glowing, you guys. She doesn't drink Diet Coke anymore, and she's laughing, but I'm serious. Like, she is a completely changed person from these products. And just like Meg said, we both started off with a triplex. That was those 3 products are so crucial to your health and healing your gut. A little bit about me first. I'm an Orange Theory fitness coach. And then I'm also currently pregnant. So I'll be hitting my 2nd trimester next week. Really, whoop, whoop, raise the roof. Good news, you guys. I have not had those awful pregnancy stories. I haven't had any morning sickness. I haven't been feeling tired. Like, I just got done hiking 5 miles today, and it was up 2,000 elevation. I was at 7,000 feet today, and I'm still moving. So I literally think I have these products to just bless for how I feel, my mood, my emotions, and just my food cravings in general. So some of the things that I did suffer with at the beginning was constant headaches, migraines. I had severe anxiety. I had depression. I had irritable bowel syndrome. Like, I'd be at Red Lobster and I would not be able to finish my meal, and I'd be on the toilet. I also used to struggle with insomnia, to the fact where it would take me 2 to 3 hours at night just to fall asleep, because my mind was constantly racing about all these things. And that was definitely from the anxiety. Looking back at the old Megan, I want to shake you and be like, you're good now. You feel awesome. Ever since I was a kid, I would be popping ibuprofens like it was candy. Like, I probably took 6 to 7, 8 a day. And I still would get a headache at least 1 to 2 times a day. I had been to so many doctors, and I was given a lot of different medications, and I had no idea that these medications were causing soil inflammation in our gut. Mental illness is something, with anxiety being so bad, I would get panic attacks, not being able to control how fast I was breathing, or getting scared to say the wrong thing in social settings. Like, I was literally, social anxiety was my worst enemy, to the fact where I would practice what to say. I would Google how to communicate with people around me, because it was my biggest fear of saying something wrong. I didn't love myself. That was something I struggled with a lot in college. If you look back at pictures, I dyed my hair. I had just inflammation in my face. Like, it was just not a good system. I was craving alcohol. I was addicted to alcohol. I was addicted to greasy, fast food. Like, that was my lifestyle. And I'm just so grateful that with these products, I've been able to not crave, a beer at the end of the day. Obviously, I'm pregnant, so I don't do that, but not crave those things. And I used to drink Diet Coke and iced coffee like it was water. Oh yeah. If you'd be lucky if you saw me drink a fourth of this water bottle. I drink like 5 of these puppies a day. I crave water. I crave like oranges, like fruit that I never thought I would, carrots and peanut butter. It's just completely changed. You guys didn't know this. 90% of your serotonin is located in your gut. So when we have, different mood disorders, it's, our gut and our brain, that's our second brain. So that's where you get so much of that mood. And once we heal our gut, that's when your mood starts to change. So it's so important to heal. I'm trying to think, fast forward to me today, guys. I can say that I have truly transformed into someone that I want to be. I look in the mirror and I'm truly happy with Megan. I have my natural hair color back. I don't have that caked on makeup. My face and my complexion is better than ever. I have that collagen and our triplex to really thank for that. I don't have headaches or migraines at all. I have so much energy that I don't even know what to do with it sometimes. You probably can tell. I used to be up at 3:30 in the morning, selling insurance on the road, back coaching, and I was able to do it. I was able to wean myself off of those Bang energy drinks. If you're drinking energy drinks, guys, that's a no-no. You put that down, get it out of your house. Don't drink those. Stick to the Slim and Active. But yeah, I just feel amazing. It's just amazing once you feel good and you love yourself. I'm just so truly blessed that Plexus has become, came into my life and it changed my life around. I've found truth and happiness. And if anything, I just hope that this story touches one of your lives, because you're not alone. If you're feeling a certain way, I got to tell you something. We've probably felt that way before. You're worthy, you're enough, and you're so beautiful. Hopefully you guys learned something.
Make me cry. That's so special. This is, I get really emotional when people tell their stories. So sorry, guys. But okay, next we have Kelly Hulst.
Can you hear me now? Am I on? Yes, okay. Okay, well, I'm Kelly Hulst. I am from Grand Forks as well. And I will just tell you a little bit about my story or my journey with Plexus. And I had never heard of what Plexus was. Kelly Carlstead, who is a friend of mine, had just contacted me and said, hey, I'm starting this new business venture with Plexus. And I'm kind of like, Plexus, okay, don't know what that is, but I'm going to come and support you in however I can. And she invited me to one of her events, her first event up in Grand Forks. So of course I wanted to go to support her and just wish her well on her business venture. So I got there. I really didn't have any intention of staying for the event. I just wanted to see her. I did end up staying and heard many testimonies, kind of like what we're doing right now. I never thought I'd be one of those people telling my stories, but I sat there listening to these women's stories and really connecting with, relating to what they were saying. And some of these women had very, they're talking about their health struggles, their challenges. Some were very minor and others were very complicated. And I'm listening to their stories. And the event gets over, and so Kelly comes over and she's like, well, what did you think? And of course, I'm listening with a skeptical ear, with a pharmacist ear. That's what I do for a living. So for me, this isn't something that when I was in school, we were ever trained. Supplements were more of a voodoo type thing, and there really wasn't any stock given to them. Everything was prescriptions. That's what we're trained in. So when Kelly came over and asked me what I thought, I said, wow, you have really captured my attention. I need to know more about this. So we started talking about the things that I struggle with. And so she got me signed up. It wasn't long and that we had visited and I was on board. We were going to give this a shot. So I too started on the triplex, just the basic heal my gut. Let's see what happens. And my issue was regularity. I've had it for as long as I can remember. So long story short, I get my products. Kelly's giving me encouragement. She's telling me how to take them. Of course, telling me to take them with plenty of water and all these things that to me too were a little bit foreign because I was more of a Diet Coke junkie, just like a lot of you were recovered Diet Coke junkies. But so I take the products and like I say, she's giving me lots of encouragement. And about a week or two in, my health goal, what I'm calling my main health goal, solved. Win, nailed it. I was thrilled. I was satisfied. If that's all that ever became of this, I was good with that. Well, I'm going to back it up just a minute here. I love to go bicycling, and I was diagnosed with some arthritis about 2 or 3 years ago now. So I've got it in a shoulder, one thumb joint, and one toe. And really the only time that it really bothers me is when I go on a long distance ride, which for me is anywhere from 80 to 120 miles. So I finish up one of my rides and get home, and I reach for the Tylenol because I need it. I'm needing Tylenol. And I'm thinking, wow, my shoulder should be killing me and it's not bothering me. Okay, wow, I did not expect that. Rubbed it out, good to go. So I thought, wow, I need to really start paying a little bit more attention on the changes because there's nothing else I had changed, right? So as I start taking a little bit more inventory of the things that are improving now over time, it's not only the irregularity, which was my only goal. That's really my only goal. Now I don't have this pain that I'm dealing with when I cycle, and I do that whenever I can. And then other things, I had the toenail fungus where you have the thick, icky toenails. That's not a thing for me anymore. They're growing in normal, which is huge for me. I have the ridges on my fingernails. I've had them for a long time. My doctor has attributed it to vitamin deficiency. So I knew that. I've taken vitamins in the past, no avail, no changes at all. Started taking the X Factor Plus probably close to a year ago now, and I no longer have the ridges on my nails, and I just feel better. I mean, if you're not going to take something unless you can see it make a difference, right? So that has been a big win for me. Another huge win for me is sugar cravings. Sugar was my best friend. You can ask anybody. Food group, definitely it was on my top tier. But now I can walk past a bag of licorice, doesn't bother me at all. I'm not saying that I don't have a piece of licorice, but I'm saying I don't eat half the bag anymore. So that is a huge thing. But again, when I hear people always say, oh, this is so life-changing and all this, I am really skeptical when I hear that. But now, after a couple years on the products, and I can count all these little wins along the way, that is when it really becomes life-changing. And that's when it's so easy to share with others, because you've seen how it has affected your health from the inside out. Once you can heal your gut at that gut level, it affects everything, and your body can start healing on its own without having to go to medicine. So that is really encouraging, and it's also validating for me, because again, that is not how I am trained, and to kind of change my belief on that it's been a challenge, but it has been so worth it. And I am so thankful for this company, and thankful for the friendships and just the mentors that I now have, that I can call my friends and call on them anytime. It's been a real treat and a real joy to be able to work with these people. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Kelly. All of us start as skeptics, and it's just to hear the story, like you went to support your friend, and the unplanned things that we find out on this journey is just what's so hard to explain to people, right? Thank you for sharing. And she is an avid cyclist, like 50 to 60 miles a day. I'm just like amazed. Next we have Marie Key.
There you go. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me I have been with Plexus for not too long, but every moment of it has just been just a really great blessing to me for the same reasons as what Kelly was saying, and the friendships that I've made and the mentors that I've got here. It's just been really cool. So my journey started 20 years ago when I was first diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And my husband at the time was a pharmaceutical rep, and one of the products that he was selling was probiotics. And probiotics was not actually a thing 20 years ago. It was brand new. And so he put me on that, and I used it for many years. And in 2016, I had a colonoscopy, and the doctor said that he saw no signs of Crohn's. So at the time when he told me that, I just thought I was misdiagnosed. I was diagnosed in Africa, and so I just thought, they didn't know what they were doing, and I was misdiagnosed. But in 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I went to an integrative doctor, and she put me on probiotics too. She actually at that time just kind of educated me in the importance of gut health. And then I told her, look, I already use a probiotic, and I just continued with what I was on. So in 2019, in November, I went back to her, but I still had candida overgrowth, and I still had some nail issues, and just clearly my probiotics did not work the way it was supposed to work. So she told me about this product from Plexus, Triplex, and she was just telling me how amazing this product is, because it doesn't just feed the good bacteria, it also gets rid of the bad bacteria. But at the time, we were moving out of California to North Dakota. So she told me about that. I heard her, and I kind of just put it in the back of my head. And we got here in January, and I saw a new oncologist, and he put me on a new chemo, a preventative chemo. And again, he emphasized to me the importance that I would take care of my gut health. And I contacted my doctor friend in Dubai and asked him, what does he think about me going on this new chemo? And he told me about Plexus too, and told me about this amazing probiotic that I have. So at the time, Kelly Holtz was one of my eldest wives in our church. And so I saw a post from her on Facebook about Plexus. And I don't know, just the fact of who she is, I already trust the product. And also I just really saw it as a real clear indication that I should use this when 3 people that I trust tells me about this amazing product, that's something I should do. So I started it 2 months ago, I think, and the first few weeks was really rough. I had quite a bit of side effects, and I had just my regular blood work that I get every 3 weeks. And the 3 weeks before I started Plexus, my blood work was great. And then I started Plexus, and my blood work was out of control. So when I called my doctor about that, she was like, that's to be expected. It's because it's doing its thing. It's working out all the toxins in your body. So I love this product. I've never been a person who tells people really about the health things that I'm doing, because I am always afraid that they would think I'm a voodoo doctor for doing all these things that I'm doing, because I do everything at this point kind of on the whole other spectrum of health. But with this, I just can't but to tell people, because it's just so amazing, and I just want them to feel better. And I'm on tamoxifen, and it's a hormone blocker, and one of the side effects of it is that you pick up weight, and usually women pick up 40 pounds on this drug. And so I have been picking up weight, and so since I've been using Plexus, I've lost 5 pounds, which is not a thing. I should not lose 5 pounds. So I'm just really thankful for this, and just really grateful to the Lord for leading me to this place where I can feel better. And, you know, just like Meg said, like my issues are not gone. Like I don't have a thyroid, so I have a whole bunch of issues, but my issues is not gone, but I feel so much better with all my issues. I don't feel like I'm a sick person at all. So I'm just really thankful for this.
Thank you, Marie Key. Oh, such a unreal that you moved all the way to North Dakota to find Plexus. Those seeds were planted along the way, and there's Kelly. It's just such a neat story.
Yeah.
I love it. Ruth, you would be next.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to share my story. I always get inspired, and it takes me back to how appreciative I am of being on the Plexus products. My story began four years ago, so quite a long time, and I was looking for an answer to some health issues. I'm an athlete, and I'm also a coach. So I've been to the classes on, good nutrition, good sports nutrition. I was on probiotics. I was on vitamins. I was eating pretty healthy. And I was 54 years old. And I had been out of the country and came back. And for about a year or two, I was suffering from digestive issues. So everything kind of just ran through me. And which I guess that's a better problem to have a little bit than the opposite. But in the meantime, I had other things that went with it. I'm usually a pretty sharp person. I'm on my feet many hours a day with coaching kids anywhere from the age of 8 to 18, very, very active. And I call it, I had tip of the tongue syndrome. I don't know if any of you have had this, but it's where you've seen this person every day in your life and you can't remember their name, or you have a thought and it just is like ghosts you, it disappears. And I was having those issues. So I was coaching these kids every day for years and I couldn't remember their name. It's like forgetting your own kid's name. So that was going on, and I just felt a little foggy. And I think things happen so gradually that you kind of assume it's just from getting older. And I was also having mild joint, just my elbows kind of hurt. And I do have a bit of arthritis in my shoulders, and my knees were just achy, just slightly achy. And I was kind of chalking that up to my age. But I was also having sleep issues because I was having night sweats. And I was also having cray wacky, the menopause thing. And it had been going on for a couple of years. And I went to the doctor and all my levels were normal. There wasn't anything really out of whack. And they really didn't give me any guidance. They actually wanted to put me on an antidepressant because one of the side effects is to get rid of night sweats or to get rid of hot flashes. And I am not a person, I really don't like to take drugs. I like to solve the issue. But I really felt, I'm telling you, I really felt like this is the way my life is going to be. I was kind of just chalking it up to this is what it's like to get older. And other things were brittle hair and my nails. But I'm a person that at 49 was running 50-mile ultra marathons, and I've been to Mount Everest and I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and I had adventures that I wanted to do. I want to do an Ironman. There's just so many things that I don't want age to limit me. And I felt like I'm done. And I started praying and asking God to give me answers somewhere. I'm a researcher, and it came in the form of a phone call from a wonderful woman who is on here right now. And that is Darlene Cornelius. Her son-in-law is an Olympic gold medalist, and we met at a coaching clinic. And she called me and we got to talking, and I was kind of sharing some of the issues I was having. And she said, you need to try Plexus. And I'm just like, no, I'm not, because I'm not. I've been in network marketing with another company very successfully for many years. I'm like, I'm not, I recognized it right away. I'm like, no. And she goes, well, I'm going to bless you with them. So she sent me the triplex, and I said, all right, give it a try. And I don't know what it was, but after about 3 weeks, it was like the veil was lifted. I woke up, and for the first time, I can't describe it. How would I describe it? It's like looking through a dirty window, and all of a sudden it's clear, it's clean. And I felt a little bit more energy. Here's the other thing I had that used to drive me nuts. About between 2 and 3 in the afternoon, I was like a toddler. I needed a nap. I was so tired. I would lay down and take a half-hour nap because I had to. I had no energy. It's, you know, that overwhelming, your eyes get heavy. It's just, and I lived on, you know, coffee and caffeine and all that, but I had all day energy, and it was a good energy. It wasn't that artificial caffeine energy that you get, or that Diet Coke energy. It was like, I feel pretty good. So, anyway, so I'm like, all right, you got me, I'm hooked. And from that moment on, I've been a firm believer, 100%. But it set me down a research path. And the research path was, why does this stuff work? I mean, why does it work? So I got knee deep into gut health, and I even went back to school. I'm just so thankful for the opportunity, because I've never had to pay for my products once, ever. I've always earned enough by sharing, and much more than that, a lot more than that. But I've never, ever had to pay a dime for these products, and I've been paid back. It's paid me. And I just, as a side note, I'm familiar with network marketing. Plexus has one of the best compensation plans in the business. So I'll put that out there. But I have more energy, and I noticed my joint discomfort was gone. My bathroom habits, for the first time in a long time, are normal. Night sweats, bye-bye. I feel like I can do that Ironman. I have more energy. My shoulders are, I couldn't do a push-up. I'm cranking them out. I'm doing, it's unbelievable what Plexus has done for me, and the friendships and the relationships and the opportunity to talk to you guys and to share with people. And as a side note, nobody's talked about this, but when I look at pictures, awesome, good, do it with me, yay. When I look at pictures of myself from 4 and 5 years ago, I was very puffy. I don't know if any of you guys noticed that, but my pictures, I mean, I was like a little doughboy. I'm like puffy. I had and one of my friends said, "Man, you don't have your pooch anymore." I'm like, well, I had a pooch. And then I look at those pictures, and it's like this little, it's like that little middle-aged lady's little poochy thing going on. So I have a flat stomach, which is lovely. But I also noticed that I've lost about 7 pounds total since I've started, but I've dropped 3 pant sizes. So, yay! And I don't have that cellulite stuff on the side of my legs, and my hair is awesome, and my nails are wonderful. And I used to have these little dry patches, and they're gone. So I am extremely thankful. And yeah, there's a whole second part of the story. The one thing that I have to share with you is, you all can change your family's health destiny. You are going to add years to the lives of everybody around you by getting healthy, because people pick up the habits that you have. It has drastically changed my daughter's life. She went through cancer, and a lot of you know that story, but it has totally changed my husband's life. From type 2 diabetic, he is no longer type 2 diabetic. He's lost like 35 pounds. metabolic disorder under control. I mean, we are blessed beyond measure, and that's what Plexus has done. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Ruth. So I think we all got something from each story that no one else can retell, but we'll have the recording so you can share this with people that maybe have similar issues that need help. Plexus has amazing products that address gut health, inflammation, and blood sugar stabilization, and consciously clean skincare. So what's different is we heal the gut microbiome and improve our skin microbiome. And all of our products are clean and pure. Our company does have, it's a company of integrity. I did not want a business. I started because I wanted to get healthier, lose a few pounds actually. I really didn't think it could help with everything. I had migraines, fibromyalgia, IBS, low iron, naps every day. I used to take 6 to 8 ibuprofen. I'm a retired teacher. I taught fitness for 19 years, and I was against supplements because I said, you just need to work out. And yet I was addicted to sugar. I couldn't go buy a grocery store candy aisle without getting Reese's peanut butter cups, you know. And I remember the first time that I was stronger than the sugar, like I could control it. And the pink drink, and just, I didn't realize even what a probiotic was when I started. Anyway, so this company has been a blessing beyond measure. Right now, Plexus has an incentive, an impact initiative to help people also earn more money during this pandemic. So if you know of people, or if you're considering this, please connect with whoever invited you. You might be, you know, in 3 different buckets, one of 3 buckets. Like bucket A could be maybe you just want to dip your toes in and you need a new vitamin. Or bucket B could be you're going to go all in for a year and work on your gut health with your friend that invited you. And maybe you'll share and you'll get a referral bonus, like what our system is set up for. Or bucket C, you're going to end up going business. You see the benefit of it and want to do business and get healthy and go all in. So you can either work this business for a half an hour a day, 10 minutes a day, 3 hours a day, or you can work it when you want. And that's what, and from your phone and from your home. So I've been able to retire from teaching thanks to this amazing business and amazing people that have brought, the friendships have been the best. And I just hope that you enjoyed this training. And does anyone have anything they want to say before we close out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Leah needs to share.
Huh?
Wasn't Leah going to share?
Oh, I skipped Leah.
It's okay. Thanks, Gina.
Okay.
Like,
That's back, Leah. Leave it to the sister to be like, hey.
Yeah, that's my sister who used to block me when I started sharing Plexus. But anyway, I skipped Leah when we got out of order with Megan. I'm so sorry. Yes, back to.
Don't apologize. It's okay.
I'll put it back on speaker view.
Okay. Well, I'll just, so I'll share my story. My name's Leah Zimmerman, and my Plexus journey started last August. At that time, I was 4 months postpartum. I have now she is 1 year old, Thea, my first baby. So I was looking for a multivitamin. I was nursing and I wanted to take a vitamin and something that would be, be well absorbed into my body too. A lot of vitamins, a lot of time, I think we all know that seems like they just get flushed right out. It's like, is anything helping me out? And so a friend of mine, Andrea, she had posted about Plexus, and so I asked her about the vitamins, and she told me about them. So I decided to start with X Factor Plus and Slim. I was also struggling with being regular as well since having had my daughter, and right away that helped with regularity and bowel movements, and which is just, I think there's so many, like after starting this journey, didn't realize how much of a struggle it is for everybody to just poop, you know? So it's just kind of crazy, but it's just a really wonderful thing to get fixed for you. So that was something that's really been helpful. And then a few months in, I was learning more about gut health. And so I added the rest of the triplex, the ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse. And just, you know, similar things, but the decrease in sugar cravings, decrease of inflammation, bloating, gas, just a lot of those like kind of minor things for me, but they add up to a lot. The other thing is from the vitamins. I don't know if you can see, but I have new hair growth here. And I know it's from the vitamins. So I have these wild hairs, but the other thing too is that I have my husband, we started using the Joyome serums, and he thinks Plexus is not just for women. So he is taking the triplex as well, and he feels that it's helped with bloating and gas as well, and cleared up his skin on his face and on his back. And with the Joyome too, he feels like when he shaves the razor burn, he doesn't get as bad razor burn because his skin is moist and feels a lot better to begin with. So it's been a blessing to our family that way, and I feel good about, you know, what I'm putting into my body, knowing that the products are good and made well. And Gina, I do not use the collagen, actually, just the Joyome serums day and night. So that's really my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to keep going.
And you have how many ambassadors now?
I think 8, actually. Somebody else just joined me yesterday. So yeah.
Yeah, she's helped 8 friends. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not your intention when you started, right?
No, that's true. That's very true. Nope, that was not my intention. I just wanted the vitamin, but seeing the benefits and being able to get products paid for, but like Megan said earlier, seeing people get healthy and seeing those wins, whether they're minor or major. I have a friend too that started, and she's type 2, her blood sugar levels had been consistently up like 250 to 300, and with triplex they have dropped down to like 130. So just some really awesome things for people, and helping people work through that has been really fun, and getting to meet a lot of other people has been nice, has been fun too.
All right, thank you. And sorry I almost missed you. And Leah's baby sister was my daughter's roommate in college, her first year of college. So all these friends, yeah. So Plexus has a great sale going on right now too, $9.95 to be an ambassador for the year, and then you get paid on your products if you're wholesale. Sam's Club does not pay me, or Costco, last time I was there. And so getting paid on your products is such a benefit. And then we get perks points when you have your subscription on, which needs to be on because these products don't work unless we're consistent. So whoever invited you, they'll set you up with a 3-way chat and with their sponsor and get you on the right health products or whatever you're interested in, and just start a conversation and start some education to see what's going to work for you. So thank you all for being on tonight, and we kept it under an hour. All right, thank you. I better read the chats and see if there's any questions. Lots of poop things. Important to poop, yes. All right, nope, no questions. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.